welcome to this very gentle yoga practice for seniors. The way we break the program down is beginning with some breath work to help make the breath smooth and rhythmic, and to center ourselves, kind of get our minds off of things that are going on around us so that we can be present with our practice. And for 20 minutes, what we do is move. We stretch and move and twist in order to get the blood flowing, warming up the muscles in the body, and creating better range of motion. If there's anything that I ask you to do that isn't accessible to you, feel free to modify in any way. It doesn't have to look exactly the way I'm moving. We're just trying to get that nice stretch into the body. And the final piece of the practice, one of the most important parts of any yoga practice, is relaxation, where we allow the body to digest all the benefits of the movements that we have just created for ourselves. So I hope you'll have the ability to stay and relax for that final few minutes where you can digest all the good things that we're about to do. I hope you enjoy the practice. Let's get started.
Hello, welcome to Yoga with Nancy. I'm glad you could join me today. As always, we'll be practicing in a chair, preferably a straight-backed chair without arms, but if that's not available to you, a sturdy chair with arms will be fine. Either way, you should be able to have your feet reach the floor when you're sitting forward in the chair seat so that your knees are level with your hips. And if your feet don't touch the floor, you might place a book or a block underneath your feet for support. So you want your knees to be at the same height as your hips as best you can. Our practice consists of 3 parts: pranayama, which is breath work or centering; asana practice, which is the movement of our bodies to the rhythm of our breath to help build strength and flexibility and balance; and ending with a guided meditation to help the body integrate the benefits of the practice. Each yoga session begins by bringing ourselves into the present moment through the breath. It's our breath that brings prana or energy into our bodies through the inhale, feeding the cells and oxygen and ridding our bodies of carbon dioxide and toxins through the out-breath. So let's begin by sitting in the chair nice and tall, far enough back in the seat so that your feet can sit firmly on the ground. Pressing your sitting bones, those little protrusions at the base of your pelvis, rooting them down into the seat of the chair. Letting the sternum and the crown of the head lift up towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulders up toward your ears and then let them roll slightly back and fall gently away from your ears. Imagine yourself being tall, like there's a string at the top of your head. Someone's gently pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Draw your navel gently in towards your spine, just enough so that the muscles in the abdominal area engage, but not so fully that you feel like you're holding your breath. You should be able to breathe nice and comfortably. And now that your posture is aligned, close your eyes. Bring your hands to rest on your thighs with the palms facing up today. And with your eyes still closed, begin to observe from the inside the breath. So you might notice the sensation of breath as it comes in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. You might feel the breath most elsewhere rather than the nostrils. Perhaps you feel it in the belly or in the chest or in the throat. Taking several very mindful breaths, just noticing where you feel the breath. And then as it becomes possible, begin to deepen the breath. So if you find the breath being shallow, see if you can bring the breath all the way down into the belly and then up into the low ribs, up into the top of the lungs. How full can you get with that in-breath? And as you exhale, how empty can you get as you let the breath out through the nose Draw the belly button back to the spine. Give a little squeeze there, helping the diaphragm to push all the toxins, carbon dioxide out, making room for that next breath in. So 3 more cycles of this beautiful full breath at your own pace. And after that 3rd breath, if your eyes are closed, you can let them open slowly. And we'll start to move a little bit. So sit nice and tall, coming into our seated mountain pose or Tadasana. I call this our home base, place of balance and strength. So the feet are rooted, the spine is long, the navel's drawn slightly in. We're going to begin working on the neck. So take a nice breath in, let the crown of the head lift. On the exhale, let the chin come down to rest on the chest, right on the sternum. Roll the right ear over towards the right shoulder. And then roll through center again. Chin comes to center and the left ear rolls over to the left shoulder. And just gently with your breath move from side to side here, noticing how the neck feels. So you don't want to create any strain in the back of the neck. So the head will feel a little bit of weight. You'll feel a little bit of stretch in the back of the neck. But if it becomes too heavy, don't go quite so deeply here into the roll. You might even find a little space where you'd like to roll back and forth along the way, where things are tender perhaps. The next time your right ear is over towards your right shoulder, just let it pause there. Keep the spine nice and long so you're still sitting tall. And as the ear is leaning over towards the shoulder, right ear to right shoulder, take the gaze down towards the floor. You'll feel a different stretch in the back of the neck here. And keeping that little tilt in the head, bring the gaze now up towards the ceiling. So the head is still tilted over to the right, and we're just letting the nose turn up towards the ceiling. Bring the nose back to neutral here, and then roll the chin right to center, and then through center over to the other side. So the left ear is moving towards the left shoulder. You'll feel a nice stretch, perhaps, on the right side of the neck, top of the right shoulder. Pausing here. And then taking the gaze down towards the floor, towards your left hip. The head is still tilted and the gaze is turning down. Just observing where the shift happens in the stretch in the neck and the shoulder. And then let the head come to face forward and then up as it leans towards the left shoulder. So we're just turning the nose up towards the ceiling. And then bringing the head back to neutral, noses facing forward. Roll the chin to the center. And then bring the head up so the chin is parallel to the ground. Nice. Beginning to draw circles with your nose on this imaginary canvas in front of you. Begin to make circles. So the head is making circles, but you're not throwing your head back too far. You want to keep the back of your neck long. The circles can get large as you draw these circles on this imaginary canvas. And then when it feels right, move in the opposite direction. So you're now going in the opposite direction, drawing these circles in front of you. The spine stays long, crown of the head is lifted, shoulders stay relaxed away from the ears. And then come to neutral with the chin parallel to the floor. We'll begin moving little lateral side bends here called crescent moons. So bringing the arms down by your sides, just let them hang down with the palms facing in towards your legs. Take the left arm out to the side, reach it to the side wall, turn the palm to face the ceiling, and then create a little cup with the fingers and bring that cup to rest on the left shoulder. So you're cupping the left shoulder with your left fingers, and the left elbow is reaching out to the side wall. On an inhale, open up again, reach to the side wall. And then with the cupping of those fingers, bring that cup back to the left shoulder. So we're opening up and then coming back. Keeping the hand on the shoulder. Take a nice breath in, and on your exhale, reach the right hand down towards the floor. Take a lean here as the left elbow turns up towards the ceiling. So both sitting bones are still on the chair, and you're leaning to the right, getting a stretch through the left rib cage. If it's available to you, extend the left arm long and reach it over your head towards the wall on the right. If this is too much for your shoulder, just keep your hand cupping the left shoulder. So it doesn't have to lift if it doesn't feel right for you. A little more effort to extend the arm and reach it across to the right side. Keep both sitting bones rooted on the chair. And on your inhale, come all the way back up. Bring that left hand back down. So both hands are reaching down towards the floor, palms facing in. On an inhale, take the right arm out, reach it to the right side of the room, turn the palm to face the ceiling, and then cup the hand so the fingers are creating a little cup shape. Bring that cup and rest it on your right shoulder. So your elbow is as high as your shoulder, your elbow's pointing out to the right. On an inhale, open up that arm, reach the fingertips to the wall on the right, and on the exhale, bring the fingers back to cup the shoulder. Inhale, open up again, reach to the wall on the right with that right arm, and then exhale, bring the fingers back in to cup the shoulder. So we're going to take this lean on this side. So take a nice breath in, lengthen up, and on your exhale, left arm reaches down. If you feel that you need to hold on to the side of the chair for support or balance with the left hand, that's absolutely fine. If you can let go of the chair and let the left hand move towards the floor as you lean, that's fine too. A little more effort. So do what feels right for you. So you can stay here with the right elbow moving towards, pointing up towards the ceiling, hand resting on the shoulder, or if it's available to you on this side, take that right arm and reach it up towards the ceiling, and then over your head, reach it to the left wall. A little more intensity in this stretch in the right ribs this way. So as you pause here and breathe, you have these options, holding on to the chair seat with your left hand, keeping your right hand on your shoulder, or letting the left arm reach down and the right arm reach up and over your head. So you're taking this beautiful stretch through the right side ribs. On your inhale, come all the way back up to vertical. So we're working the core muscles. We're working our obliques, the muscles on the side of our bodies here with that crescent moon, that side stretch. So now we're going to move into a twist. So lengthen up with your breath in, crown of the head lifts. Take your left hand on your right thigh and the right hand on the side of the chair seat or behind your right buttock. Let your spine stay nice and long, and on your exhale, take that twist to the right. So the twist is happening in the space above the navel, through the waist, low ribs, mid and upper ribs, into the shoulder girdle. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Your chin can stay centered right in the middle of your chest, or you can turn it to move to look over the back shoulder if that's okay for your neck. So always want to move respecting the limits of your body. And as we hold here and breathe in this twist, just notice how you might explore tightness or stiffness. And if you find little spaces that feel tight and stiff, you might just imagine your breath going there. Each exhale softening, releasing any muscular tension as best you can. And then on your next inhale, come through center. Take your right hand on your left thigh, and your left hand can hold the left side of the chair seat, or it can sit behind your left buttock. Get nice and tall here. Spine always wants to have space to move into twists. And on your exhale, take that twist to the left this time. And again, the chin can stay centered in the chest, or it can move towards looking over the back shoulder to the degree that your neck will allow. So just finding that place where your body will naturally tell you that's as far as it's going to go right now. Thank you very much. And then breathe into the tightness or the restriction without forcing past it. So our bodies will open up in their own time if we allow them to have the time to open. So as we hold in this twist, exploring the areas of tightness and allowing the breath to move in that direction. Just imagining the exhale, creating some softening in the areas that are tight. And on your inhale, come back to center. Bring your hands onto your lap, hands close to your knees. The arms are straight and the spine is nice and long. On an inhale, lean forward as you bend the elbow, so you're leaning slightly forward, and then lift the heart up. You might feel a little arch being created in the low back here as you lift the heart and lean slightly forward. Support yourself with your hands on your thighs. And on your exhale, straighten your arms, tuck your chin and round the back towards the back of the chair, so you're creating this little cat. You might imagine a little Halloween cat puffing its back up towards the sky here. So the chin is tucked and the back is rounded. And on your inhale, come forward, the elbows bend. Leaning slightly forward, hold the belly button in towards the spine, lift the heart. And exhale, move in the opposite direction. The arms straighten, the chin tucks in the back, rounds. So at your own pace, moving forward and back through this series of what we call cat and cow in yoga. And make the movement slow and steady and comfortable for your body, moving only as deeply into each direction as feels comfortable. So you don't want to create tension in the body. We're working to release that tension. And after your next cat pose, after that next rounded back, bring the body back to neutral. The spine is nice and long, crown of the head and sternum lifted, belly button drawn in towards the spine. Roll the shoulders up and back and relax them away from the ears, sitting nice and tall. We're going to once again bring our arms out to the side. This time both arms reach to the side walls, palms are facing up. And then on an exhale, bring those hands in, cup the shoulders. So the elbows are as high as the shoulders if that's available to you. And we're going to start drawing circles on the walls on either side of us with our elbows. So imagine that you're drawing circles. Maybe you imagine a colored pen or crayon or paintbrush on the end of your elbows, and begin very slowly to draw circles, forward circles. So you're coming up and forward, around and back. And as you do each circle, see if you can let them be larger and larger with each repetition. Try to bring the movement into a nice slow pace so that you can feel the effort coming from the shoulder socket here. One more circle in that forward direction, and then bring the elbows as high as the shoulders. Once again, we'll change colors perhaps on our elbows, and we will make those circles in a backwards direction, starting with small ones and making them larger. So here we go, little small backward circles, drawing them on the walls on either side of you, slowly making the circles larger and larger, bringing them as large as you can comfortably go. So we're warming up the space in our shoulders. We're encouraging synovial fluid into those shoulders. One more big backward circle here, and then pause so your elbows are once again pointing in either direction, left and right. So we're going to begin to flap our little arms as if we're a baby bird here. So we're going to let the elbows come up towards the ceiling. Perhaps the back of the hands touch behind your head. And on your exhale, the elbows turn down, so the upper arm is resting against your ribs. So with our breath, we're going to go up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Nice little slow motion flapping of these wings up and down, working the muscles in our back that help us to have good posture too. One more flip up and then down. And then the last time up, elbows reach high. And on the exhale, elbows turn down, upper arm rests against the ribs. So here we go. We're going to have our elbows as high as our shoulders one more time. Take a nice breath in and press your elbows back. So you're opening up the front of the body. And on your exhale, bring your elbows towards each other in front of you. So they're touching, perhaps, or getting close. Inhale, open up, press the elbows back. Feel the shoulder blades move towards each other as you open up. And then as you exhale, bring the elbows towards each other. Feel the shoulder blades broaden. Move away from each other. So we're moving forward and back here with our breath. So let the breath guide the movement forward and back. Great job. One more. And then pause. Bring your hands onto your lap, palms down. Take a nice breath in, shrug up. And on your exhale, sigh it out. One more inhale. And then sigh it out. Oh, it feels so good to sigh. Great way to relieve tension. So we're going to move our arms again, bringing our arms to hang right from the shoulder sockets, arms reaching down, hands, fingers reaching down towards the ground, palms facing in towards the body. Draw the belly button in. Let the sternum and the crown of the head lift. Let the chin tuck ever so slightly back. So find that balanced spine. Shoulders stacked over hips, knees over ankles. On an inhale, take your right arm, reach it forward. Fingers are together, palm is facing the center line of your body. And then bring it all the way up. Reach the fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale, go in the opposite direction as you reach forward and down. So the arm stays straight, the fingers are together. Reach forward and up on the inhale, arm reaches high. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, forward and up, and exhale, forward and down. Two more. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up, and exhale, down. Nice. Moving to the other side, still sitting nice and tall. Left arm reaches forward and up overhead. Exhale, forward and down by your side. Inhale, forward and up. And exhale, forward and down. 4 more times. Inhale, up, and exhale, down. So the arm stays nice and long and straight as it goes forward and up. And exhale, forward and down. 2 more. Inhale, forward and up, and exhale, forward and down. Last one. Inhale, and exhale. Nice job. This time we're going to do both arms at the same time. Inhale, the arms reach forward and up. They stay nice and straight. Fingers are pointed and fingers are together and touching. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, forward and up. And exhale, forward and down. 2 more. Inhale, both arms forward and up. Exhale, forward and down. Last one. Inhale, forward and up. And exhale, forward and down. Now bring your arms out to the sides. We're going to do a little bit of tug of war, if you will. So we're going to continue working the side muscles, the obliques, really working those core muscles that are essential to keep us balanced and strong. So this time the arms are reaching to the left and to the right, palms facing down. You might even imagine you're holding onto a rope as if you're playing tug of war. We're going to be pulled to the right by our opponents, and they're really, really strong, so go as far as you can, and then come over to the other side. So we're getting pulled to the left. Our arms are staying shoulder height, and we're going from side to side. So go as far as you can. You might hear my chair squeaking a little bit as I move from side to side. Really engaging the core muscles as we reach as far as we can without falling. You want to not go so far that you feel like you're going to lose your balance. So we're working those core muscles here. Great. 2 more on each side. Out to the right and back. Out to the left and back. 1 more to the right. And back, and 1 more to the left. And back. Beautiful job. Arms down by your sides. On your inhale, sweep the arms wide. Palms turn up and press together overhead. On your exhale, come to cactus arms or goalpost arms. And then on your inhale, lean slightly forward. On your exhale, hands come to the thighs. Glide them all the way to your knees. Reach the heart forward. And if it's okay for you, let your hands glide over your knees down towards your ankles. Let the crown of the head point down. Stay rooted through the feet and the legs to support you. On your inhale, come to your fingertips. Lift halfway. Extend the spine long. Heart reaches forward. Sitting bones reach back. On your exhale, fold all the way down. On your inhale, you can glide your hands to your thighs to press yourself up, or bring your arms out to the sides, root down through your legs, engage your core, bring your torso all the way up, let the arms come up overhead, press the palms together, exhale the hands to your heart. Nice job. One more time. This sun salutation, arms by your side. Inhale, the arms sweep out to the side, up overhead, press the palms together. Exhale, come to cactus arms, and inhale, lean slightly forward. Exhale, hands to the thighs, glide to the knees, reach the heart forward. Stay here or let the hands glide over the knees down to the ankles. Let the crown of the head point down. On your inhale, come to your fingertips, lift halfway, lengthen the spine forward, and on your exhale, fold. On your inhale, your option, hands to the thighs to press up or hands out to the sides. Using those core muscles, bring yourself all the way up. Arms reach overhead, press the palms together, exhale the hands to the heart. Great job. Just pausing with your eyes closed, hands at your heart, thumbs pressing into the sternum. Just resting here for a moment and noticing shifts or changes in the body, warming of the body, maybe a quicker beat of the heart. You might feel a little bit of subtle energy moving more quickly. I like to call it effervescence, a little bubbliness in the body as we've gotten the blood flowing and the energy moving. And so now it's time for our final relaxation. So find a comfortable place in your chair. You always have the option, if you're able to get out of your chair and lie on your back on the ground, it's always fine to do that if you know you can get down there safely and get back up. But if not, that's fine to sit in the chair. Just rest against the back of the chair, maybe a pillow under the low back, extend the legs long, hands by your sides or on your lap, facing up or down, your choice. And with the eyes closed, simply allowing the body to melt into the support behind it. Allowing a sense of peaceful relaxation to wash over the body. So allowing the toes and the fingers and the ankles to relax, and allowing the muscles that wrap the bones to simply melt from those bones as the legs become heavy. The low back and belly soften. Mid and upper back relax, as does the heart space and the lungs. The shoulders and the arms become heavy as the muscles that wrap the bones melt from those bones. The wrists, the fingers, the backs of the hands and the palms of the hands, all the muscles relax and soften. And as you rest in this stillness, you may bring your awareness inward and upward towards your third eye, that space between your eyebrows. That space in yoga we call the third eye, where that point of intuition, where our center, our core, our beautiful light shines. Resting in the glow of that light for just a few moments. So it's in this stillness, this beautiful stillness at the end of the practice, where healing takes place, where integration of the practice happens in the body. All the good things you've done for yourself gets integrated, digested, absorbed into the body, the breath work, the movement. You might even explore a little bit of subtle energy moving in different places in the body as you rest. Resting here for as long as you wish, so there's no need to rush out of this place of stillness. When you are ready, you might consider a nice big stretch, arms overhead, toes reaching long. A nice breath into the very, very top, fill up, and then sigh it out. Slowly opening your eyes and taking in the room, and then going about your day with this new sense of subtle energy, moving more freely in the body, perhaps a little bit more energy. Until next time, namaste.